A fresh lawn of St. Augustine. And what's the problem here with this grass, Steve?
Well, John, it's all a matter of saving, well, money and water, which are one and the same anymore. And let me start by saying I'm not in St. Pete. I'm actually out on Bel Air Beach. But this lawn was just laid down, and from here on out, it's going to be very thirsty. For decades, St. Augustine has been the lush ground cover of choice in Florida. Landscaper Eric Morrison knows why.
People like how green it is, typically. It looks nice when it's mowed. It looks even. It's dense.
It is also the ground cover that requires the most water, fertilizer, and pesticides. So several months ago, a St. Petersburg City Councilman displayed a less water-intensive landscaping and started pushing for limits on the future use of St. Augustine, an effort that coincided with a severe drought here in the Bay Area.
We have used all the cheap water. So as we move to more expensive water, which is water in a reservoir or desal, we will double the price of water.
So after next July 1st, any residential project requiring building permits has new rules. No more than 10% of the yard can be St. Augustine. Skip the species altogether, and part of the building permit fees will be rebated. Over time, yards will take on a different look as the alternatives take root.
The alternatives are much bigger beds with natural plants that were in Florida before we began trying to move to water-intensive plants.
You can do pathways. You can, add a bench, a patio in certain areas. So, there's hardscaping involved, and that obviously takes up part of the real estate.
Both the landscaper and the lawmaker tell us most people are okay with this change because they've seen what's already happened to their water bills and are looking for ways to save water and money. Now again, this will not apply to lawns already in the ground, nor will it apply to lawns that are just re-sodded. In fact, it doesn't apply to anything as of this minute because the City Council hasn't quite taken it up yet, but has already passed 2 committees and a first reading, and it's expected to be a slam dunk in about 10 minutes.
Well, now, is this going to be a county-wide, or is it just strictly St. Pete now, Steve?
This is just strictly the city of St. Petersburg, although we understand some other communities are considering the same action for the same reasons.
All right. Well, you tipped us off here. We'll keep up with it. Thank you very much, Kelly.